Anthony Dominic Benedetto, better known as Tony Bennett, and Frank Sinatra's favorite singer, loved Rigatoni al Filetto di Pomodoro. And as Buzz Cook's mother, who, by the way, worked with Tony Bennett back in the 50s, used to make it, she added pancetta. So let's get cooking.
All right, you ready to start get cooking? I am. Yeah, that's true. My mom worked with Tony Bennett back in the day. Also, Sammy Davis Jr., Carmen Miranda, quite a few. She was an entertainer, so she was very busy back then. All right, let's get started. We got about a half a cup of diced pancetta that we're going to put right into our Dutch oven there. Medium heat. And we're just going to render that pancetta down for about 3 or 4 minutes. Just like that. Then we're going to come back with one small diced white onion. If you don't have white, yellow works just as good. Just don't use sweet. And we'll add that to our pot. Then we're going to hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper. And get those onions to sweat down a little bit. Next, we're going to have about a cup and a half of cherry tomatoes that I cut in half. So once we get these onions down a little bit, we'll add the cherry tomatoes into that. That's looking perfect. There we go. Get those tomatoes in there, and we'll cook those down for about 3 or 4 minutes. Then we're going to come back with 3 or 4 cloves of minced garlic. And once that garlic starts to become fragrant, we got to get some liquid in there. So we're going to add some white wine right on top. If you don't have white wine or you don't want to use white wine, a little bit of chicken broth will work, or even water. It's up to you. But I like to go traditional. And then after this, we're going to need 1 large can of San Marzano tomatoes that are peeled. So once we get this mixed up, we're going to add the San Marzano tomatoes in there. And while I'm doing that, if I could ask you to please like, share, subscribe. New video every Sunday and every Wednesday. Hope you're enjoying the videos. I truly enjoy making them. And I appreciate you all very much coming and watching. So we got our San Marzanos in there. And lastly, we're going to put about 4 or 5 basil leaves in there. And we're just going to tear them and drop them in there. And I've read, and I do believe that tearing them is better than cutting them. Something about releasing the oils and the flavor into the sauce. So we'll get those in there. Another good mix. Optional right here, crushed red pepper. If you don't like any heat at all, leave this step out. I like to have a little heat, so I'm going to add some crushed red pepper. So we're going to let this cook for a little while. Put the lid on it. And we'll come back in about 35-40 minutes. And what I like to do then is come back with my immersive blender. I like my sauce smooth. If you don't mind clumps and whatnot, leave it the way it was. I just like to smooth it out a little bit. So our sauce is done. We're going to transfer it to a large frying pan. Then we're going to clean that pot real quick to start to cook our pasta in, which is rigatoni. Add a little bit of salt so that pasta has some flavor. And the reason we put it into the frying pan, the sauce that is, that's where we're going to add the pasta to and give us some room to mix everything in together. So we'll get our rigatoni into the boiling water, and we're just going to cook that as directed on the box. I think it's about 10 to 12 minutes. Once that's done, we're going right into that pasta sauce. Just like that. We got the heat on the sauce at medium-low, plus that pasta is smoking hot. And we'll get in there and give everything a real good mix. And then we'll serve it up. And right before serving, I like to top it with a little bit more Parmigiana. And then you have this amazing Rigatoni Pomodoro, Tony Bennett's favorite pasta recipe. It's a winner. It's simple. It's fresh. You're going to love it. Family's going to love it. Hey, thanks for watching. And we will see you on the next video.
Anthony Dominic Benedetto, better known as Tony Bennett, and Frank Sinatra's favorite singer, loved Rigatoni al Filetto di Pomodoro. And as Buzz Cook's mother, who, by the way, worked with Tony Bennett back in the 50s, used to make it, she added pancetta. So let's get cooking. Half a cup of chopped pancetta into your pot. Let it render down nice and slow. Now 1 diced onion, white or yellow, your call. Let that soften and get fragrant. Next, 1 cup of sliced cherry tomatoes. Let them cook down and release those juices. Now 4 cloves of garlic minced. Mix it up nice. Don't burn that garlic, deglaze time. 1 cup of white wine. Scrape the bottom, pull up all that flavor. That's where the magic lives. Now 1 large can of San Marzano peeled tomatoes. Right into the pot. Tear up 5 or 6 fresh basil leaves. Drop them in. And if you want to bring it up a notch, 1 tablespoon crushed red pepper. Optional but worth it. Cover it, leave it cracked, and let that simmer low and slow for up to an hour. Now here's a nice little trick. Hit it with an immersion blender just to smooth things out a little. Pour that sauce into a large frying pan. Keep it on low heat. Cook up your rigatoni nice and al dente. Then add that pasta right into the pan. Mix it all up. Make sure every piece is coated with that amazing sauce. Serve it up, plate or bowl, your call. And top it off with grated Romano or Parmigiano cheese. And I guarantee you won't be singing the blues after this one. You'll be living the good life. Thanks for watching, and keep cooking.